ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. In today's session we will take up two very sublime Indra Suktas from sage Vasishtha Maitravaruni. Shakti Vasishtha Va. Suktam 32. Chandas Brihati Sato Brihati Dvipada Virat. Om Moshutva Vaghata. O Indra, may the institutors of the sacrifice never delight you far away from us. Also, please come to revel with us even from a distance. Being here, please listen to this praise or hymn. This is an invitation to Indra to come and listen to this sukta. Indra could be universal Jivatma or universal manifested self. 7.32.2 Ime hite brahmakrita sute sacha. O Indra, preparers of Vedic hymns are gathered together in the extraction of spiritual soma. For you, like bees gathering honey, these praisers, desirous of dwelling and food, place their desires in you, Indra, like putting their feet in a chariot. Here Soma essence could also be this hymn which is being extracted by the seer's mind. 32.3 Rayaskamo Vajrahastam, desirous of that wealth, namely self-knowledge, I invoke Indra, who is a good giver of gift and is armed with Vajra, like a son calling on his father. No comments on this. 7.32.4 Ima Indraya Sunvire Somaso. These essences of Atmiya Soma mixed with curds or a house or abode are being extracted for Indra. O Indra, armed with Vajra, please come to that house of the sacrificer to drink them for your delight. House here where the hymn is being prepared is the mind of the seer. Shravat Shrut Karna Iyate Vasunam 32.5 Quick hearer of praises Indra, being prayed for wealth, hears our speeches. May he not discard them. He gives hundreds and thousands of kinds of objects. May none stop a person or him, Indra, who desires to give gifts. May none stop Indra from giving gift to sacrificers. Earlier part of the Rik is understandable as it is. Saviro Apradishkuta 32.6 O desirer of destroyer of enemy clouds, Indra, who extracts solemn praises and also runs to you, that hero with Indra's help becomes unrestrainable and grows with the help of leaders of men. Indra's praiser becomes irresistible. This is the essence of the book. 32.7. Bhava Parutham Maghavan. O abundantly rich Indra, please be the shelter of rich donors. Bring together bold men and distribute the knowledge of the one killed by you. Please provide us an indestructible home. What Indra kills is ignorance or ahambhava. Indestructible home implies the abode of the self. Sunoda Soma Bhavane. 32.8. O invokers, prepare Atmiya Soma essence for Indra, who is holder of Vajra and is drinker or protector of Soma. Prepare well-cooked food for refreshing him. Do this only. Filling us with happiness, he will then nourish us. 32.9. Ma sredhata somino dakshata. O invokers, do not fail possessors of Atmiya Soma or sacrificers, but act to their satisfaction. For getting wealth, do deeds for the great striker of enemies Indra, who takes us across miseries. He only wins wealth for us. He inhabits and nourishes us. Enlightened souls do not do these things for evildoers. Only enlightened beings or souls can take people across miseries. Indra is one such being, so he is to be invoked for acquiring self-knowledge, Atma-jnana. 32.10. Okay. Sudaso ratham paryasa. Nobody stops the chariot or progress of a good server of Indra, nor derives pleasure with it. Whose protector is Indra and the Maruts? He goes to the store rich in cattle or speeches. An Indra activated man is unstoppable. The pleasure an Indra inspired man experiences cannot be had for an ordinary mortal. They are rewarded with a good store of fine speeches. Gamadvajam Vajayan Indramartyo. O brave Indra, whose protector you become, impelled by you, that mortal goes to acquire food and knowledge. We know you to be the protector of our chariots and also those of our leaders of man. Here chariot could mean body of the sacrificer, or as it serves as a carrier for the self within. Udin vasya Lityadem show. 32.12. Possessor of horses or spiritual light rays, Indra releases his share like the conqueror's wealth and gives intellectual strength to extractors of Atmiya Soma. No enemy injures him. Indra releases his share of wealth, Jivatma, physical wealth, etc. In addition, he gives intellectual strength to extractors of Vedic hymns. 32.13. Mandram mantram akharvam sudhitam supeshasam. O invokers, uphold the mantra which is important or is not small, is well served, and is finally woven among the praiseworthy souls. By his action, whoever becomes established in Indra, his earlier influences do not conquer him. A self-identified soul loses his imaginary attachment to his body and is therefore freed from the fruits of his earlier actions. 32.14 Kastamindra Tvavasuma. O abundantly rich Indra, which mortal will dare to assert a man who has you as a possession? Whoever gives oblations to you faithfully, he obtains food and knowledge uninterruptedly. A possessor of self-knowledge, Atmajnana or Indra, is unstoppable by any mortal. 32.15 Maghona sma vritrahatyeshu chodaya. O possessor of horses or spiritual light rays, whoever offers endearing oblations to the abundantly rich you, please encourage him in the killing of enemies. Under your good leadership, we cross over all our difficulties with the help of scholarly praisers. O possessor of self-knowledge, whoever surrenders his ego to Indra, he helps that man to kill his ahambhava. With the help of enlightened source, he attains the self, Atma. This is the implied meaning of the Rig. 32.16 Tavedindravamam Tavedindravamam vasutvam. O Indra, inferior wealth is yours only. You nourish the middle wealth. You illumine the supreme wealth. No one ever consumes you by speeches. All gross objects belong to Indra, the manifested self. He enhances subtle wealth and illumines the superior wealth, namely truth. Tvam Vishwasya Dhanada Asi. 32.17 O invoked by many, Indra, you are well known as giver of all wealth. That Indra alone becomes winner of all battles. All these beings on the earth, desiring your protection, beg food from you. 32.18 Yadindra Yavadastvameda. O dispenser of wealth, Indra, whatever wealth you, the mover, has, may I be the master of these riches. You please support a praiser only. Do not leave him to sinful thoughts and actions. See her asking for the greatest wealth, Atmajnanam. Rest of the Rig should be understandable easily. Shiksheyamin Mahayate Dive Dive. 32.19 Whoever he may be, a knower of Vedas and a great subduer of senses alone is fit to be given wealth daily. O abundantly rich Indra, there is no kith and kin different from you. There is no benevolent protector like you. 32.20. Taranirit Sishasati Vajam. With the help of abundant intelligence, one who crosses over all sorrows alone acquires self-knowledge. Therefore, O invokers, I bow down to Indra, who is invoked by many. He is the holder of thunderbolt and is like your creator with easily flowing speeches. Ignorance is the cause of all suffering. Knowledge of the self drives away all sorrows. This is a well-known fact. Later part of the Rig is self-explanatory. 32.21. Na dushtudi martyo vindate. A man who is a bad praiser never earns wealth. Wealth does not come to a hurtful person. O abundantly rich Indra, whatever wealth is fit to be given to people like me, that a good, energetic man only gets from you. By implication, Indra reveals Atmajnana to people like the seer of the Sukta and not to bad praisers or harmful persons. 32.22. Abhitva Shura Nonuma. O brave Indra, I reverentially bow down to you, who is the master of all moving and stationary objects and is beautiful to look at like the sun. He is full of nourishing food like unmilked cows. In terms of illumination, the sun gives gross light and Indra gives spiritual light. Sun's energy is being converted to food for living creatures on the earth. We go to 32.23. Natvava Anyo Divyo Naparthivo. O abundantly rich Indra, there is no being like you in the space nor on the earth. None is there who is already born or is yet to be born like you. Desirous of horses, or speed and power, or spiritual light rays, wealth of all kinds and cattle, we invoke you. Indra here could symbolize Atma. There is nothing like Atma, nor different from it. The self is never born, nor will it ever be born. Birthlessness is truth. Abhi Shatastada Abhishatastada Bharendra 32.24. O elder brother Indra, please bring me who is like your younger brother, that famous wealth. You are the possessor of many kinds of wealth. you are fit to be invoked in all battles. Famous wealth certainly implies truth, Atmajnana. May Indra reveal self-knowledge to the seer of the Sukta. Paranudasvamakavan to 32.25. O abundantly rich Indra, please drive away all unfriendly men. Make wealth, Atmajnana, easily understandable to us. We who are your friends know you to be our protector in acquisition of the great wealth, Atmajnana. Please be enhancer of our knowledge. Indra Kratumna Bhara Pita 32.26. O Indra, invoked by many, please give us good intelligence, like father teaching his son. Please instruct us. In our life's journey, we desire for the light of life. This Ruk is self-explanatory in the light of earlier explanations. 32.27 Mano Ajnata Prujana Duratyo. O hero Indra, may unknown strangers, dangerous men, injurers and wicked fellows not descend on me. With your help, we cross many streams of water falling down from a height. Here, streams of water stands for miseries continuously flowing from ignorance. This is a sublime sukta, noteworthy on account of hidden meanings contained in many ruks. We go to Suktam 33. This is another Suktam similar to the previous Suktam 32. Rishi Vasishtha Maitra Varuni Vasishtha Putra Devata Vasishtha Putra Indra Va Vasishtha Chandas Trushtu. Svityanjo ma Dakshinata 33.1. Whitish complexioned persons having knotted hair on the right side, who are actively engaging their intellect, certainly delight me. Standing up in my seat in the place of sacrifice, I tell them, you are most excellent. Do not go far away from me. The persons refers to sacrificers with knotted hair. Rest of the Ruk may not need any explanation. Duradindram 33.2. Most excellent persons bring the valorous Indra, who drinks the essence contained in a tank filled with extracted soma essence from beyond a great distance. Indra, passing over the soma essence of a weaver of hymns, who is fettered to wealth, gratify the most excellent persons. Indra is being invoked by the most excellent persons by this new hymn. He favors them by passing the oblations of a praiser, who is attached to material wealth, which includes his own body made of food matter. Evenukam Sindhumebhi. 7.33.3. In this way only they cross the river of sorrows easily with these drops of Atmiya Soma essences. In this way only, with these hymns, they destroy the distinction between truth and unreality very easily. O most excellent man, with your auspicious hymns, Indra protects his good server well in the battle with 10 kings or sense organs. Through these hymns, they cross the river of sorrows by destroying the difference, duality, and truth. With the help of these hymns, Indra Jivatma protects his server in his battle for the control of the 10 organs, 5 sense organs, 5 organs of action. Jushti Naro Brahmanava 33.4. O leaders of men, your Vedic hymns derive the satisfaction of our protectors or forefathers. Never harm the decaying pivot. O most excellent man, you uphold strength in Indra with the singing of most excellent hymns. Here, pivot implies the self, which is the origin or cause of this manifestation of the universe, especially since it is said to be undecaying. These hymns in praise of Indra enhance his glory. Udyami Ved Krishnajo Nathi 33.5. Testing for self-knowledge, having a protector and sticking to the vows, they hold Indra, who is all pervasive like the space, in the battle with 10 kings. Being praised, Indra hears the hymn of the most excellent sage. He makes the world wide to the 3 entities, gross, subtle, and causal bodies. Seekers of truth control their 10 organs, meditating on Indra, the Jivatma within themselves. Indra only causes the manifestation of this vast universe consisting of 3 types of objects, gross, subtle, and causal bodies. 33.6. Danda Ivedo Danda Ived Go Janasa Asan. Being broken to pieces, upholders of material wealth become small or insignificant, like the stick used for goading cattle. But as for the most excellent sage, he attains the abode of the 3 entities and unfolds that to people. Sense organs, the mind and ego, are upholders or enjoyers of material wealth. Conquering them, the most excellent sage attains the abode of the 3 entities, namely the self. We go to the next suktam, 33.7. Traya Kranvanti Bhuvaneshu. In the 3 worlds, Three of them, the sun being the foremost, impregnates those worlds. They become the most venerable inhabitants of each of the three worlds. These heat transmitters are Usha. The most excellent men know well all that are to be known about them, these inhabitants. The three worlds could be Earth's atmosphere and the space, or the three worlds could also be gross, subtle and causal. In the former case, venerable inhabitants are the fire, lightning and the sun respectively. Correspondingly, Virat Purusha, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara. They are heat emitters or spiritual energy emitters. They enhance Ushas or dawning of self-knowledge, glory. The sages come to know and preach all about them. Suryasya vakshatho Jyotiresham 33.8. O most excellent men, this praise of yours is emigrating like sunlight. Your greatness is profound, like the depth of an ocean. Your rapidity, which cannot be attained by others, is like that of the wind. This may not need any explanation. However, sunlight stands for Agni, ocean for water, and wind for Vayu. The three basic elements present in the atmosphere are Antariksham. The Inninyam Hridayasya Praketaye 33.9. They move about with complete knowledge of the resident of the heart, who is difficult to be known because of his innumerable branches. Then, with self-control, enjoying the vast protection, establish themselves in the moving water droplets of the clouds. Most excellent men realize the self residing in their own heart space, whose infinite branches reside in the heart space of all living creatures. In other words, they realize oneness of the self. They establish themselves in the floating essence of Atmiya Soma, which is a product of ignorance cloud. 33.10. Vidyuto Jyoti Parisamjihanam. O most excellent sage, laying aside the light of lightning, when Mitra and Varuna saw you, it was your first birth. Another one is when the thrower of mountain or cloud, Agastya, consumes the all-pervading you. One birth of the most excellent sage is a physical birth for which the sun and moon are the witnesses. The other birth of sage Vasishtha is when the mind loses its self-imagined existence and becomes one with the self. Incidentally, sage Agastya also belongs to Maitra Varuni Gotra, like sage Vasishtha. Udasi Maitra Varuno 7.33.11. Moreover, O most excellent sage Vasishtha, hence you are the son of Mitra and Varuna. O knower of the self and hence the self, you are born as a banner fallen out of the mind of the all-pervading one, Atma. All enlightened souls uphold you in their lotus-like heart, together with the spiritual Atma. The most excellent sage is born as a flag-bearer of Atma. He is said to be the son of Mitra and Varuna, representing day and night or time, Kala. He is a manifestation of the mind of Atma, since time is a product of mind, or is one with Atma. Enlightened souls perceive the same self residing within each of the hearts. The self is knowledge, truth. Sapraketa Ubhayasya 33.12. That highly intelligent, most excellent sage Vasishtha, knowing both the truth and unreality, Rita, Satya and Rita, becomes the giver of thousands of wealth, or rather, giver of all wealth, enjoying vast protection. He comes to be born with self-control from the moving water particles of the clouds. The most excellent sage, realizing oneness of the self, becomes a giver of all kinds of knowledge. He comes to be born from the flowing Soma essence of Atma, which is a product of ignorance. He appears as a banner of the self, as mentioned in the previous book. He becomes a Satyajna and a Rutajna. Satre ha jata vishita namo bhi 33.13. The two Mitra Varuna, who are born in the great sacrifice of creation, pleased with the oblations of sacrificers, sprinkled identical seeds in a pot. From the midst of that pot, the concept or motion came into being. From that, the most excellent sage takes birth. That is what people say. Mitra and Varuna are products of imagination, who are presiding deities of day and night, or Kala. Hence, this rik is to be considered as poetic fancy. People imagine and say that the most excellent sage Vasishtha came into being through presiding deities of day and night, through the flowing Soma essence of Atma. By implication, he is beyond time and is protected by Atma during the day and night. He is without any duality. The idea is simply this: the most excellent sage is one with the self. We go to the last rik in the sutta, 33.14. Uktabhritam samabhritam vibharti. O destroyers of ignorance, the most excellent sage Vasishtha, who is having a good mind, is coming to you. Make him sit near you. He holds in front of him upholders of praises and upholders of Sama songs. Holding the cloud, he reaches true knowledge, Atma-jnana, Satya-jnana. This may not need any elaboration based on the comments on earlier riks. This sutta is another highly sublime sutta containing spiritual knowledge. How sage Vasishtha came to be known as Maitra Varuni is described in this sutta. One of the misinterpreted suktas of Mandalam 7. This is meant for the consumption of the common man. Symbolically, Mitra and Varuna combination stands for time or movement of Agniya Pavamana Soma drops, give rise to infinite Agniya Soma Haras, and in this way Kala. So Maitra Varuni implies son of time. Alternately, Vasishtha's body, which is made of wood matter and identified by the name Vasishtha, makes its appearance and disappear with respect to time. Or Maitra Varuni means son of time. With this, we close today's session. Viramastāvat.